Dr. Vincent, let's talk about these high heels, okay? Because I have been walking around my house all year with flip-flops and things like that, and now we're starting to get back out into the world and wearing heels for the first time in a long time. But you know what? We're feeling it. So what's going on? What's happening?
Well, essentially, before the pandemic, people were used to doing their regular routine, whether it be wearing shoes 8 hours a day, whether you were even wearing your high heels 8 hours a day. Some women especially are like, I can't wear anything but high heels. And for me, I feel as though that you can condition your body into its natural state. Then we were all thrown off. You were wearing slippers or possibly no shoes, and the pressure points change. We have the nerves released or regenerate, or they somehow heal themselves to the point where, you start to have different pains in different spaces based off of your different pressure points. And now you try to go back to what was your normal, and you can't. Right. You're like, what worked for me before doesn't work for me now because, this is what you've been in most of the time. This like nice little tattoo, maybe. Right. And now you're going towards this, which is like, first of all, your feet aren't shaped like this. And you're putting more pressure on the ball of your foot. So the pressure points definitely change. You have to be cognizant that you haven't been doing what your normal routine has been for over a year now, and it's going to take a gradual process to get back to normal.
What do we do to get back to our old selves and to deal with the heel pain now that we probably have to wear heels more often?
Well, I think with anything, you have to give yourself some grace, and then you have to also, titrate up with what your new normal is going to be. You can't wear your high heels 8 hours a day. Definitely keep a pair of flats on hand, on deck, because when your feet are starting to hurt, you're not going to want to muscle through that, and you can't at this point. So definitely try to modify what your normal is, and maybe it will be a little bit more healthy for you in the long run anyways.
And finally, Dr. Vincent as well, can you speak a little bit more? You talked about going gradually. You talked about having a pair of comfortable shoes. Are there any other remedies that you can suggest to help our feet feel better? What other tricks do you have up your sleeve?
I'm a fan of Epsom salt soaks in warm water. First of all, it's very soothing, and then the Epsom salt really decreases any type of inflammation that you might have. So that's really great. Ice is the best natural anti-inflammatory we could do. If your feet are killing you, you should ice them probably. It will decrease any of the inflammation as well, and also give you some numbness a little bit to take the pain away. So ice baths, Epsom salt, and warm water, take your pick. You can do those really easily, and they're very soothing.
And Dr. Schaeffer, we've got to stretch, right?
That's it.
So important. Please tell us about stretching.
It's so important, especially coming out of quarantine. No one was stretching. Everyone was coming out of quarantine then with injuries once they're starting to get back to work, are starting to work out and live that active lifestyle again. So I always tell people, go up against the wall, do that classic calf stretch. It's a runner stretch too. Go up a step and just put your heels off of the step, and then you'll get a natural flex with your Achilles too. That's the stretch right there. She's doing it great, flawless.
Pretty simple advice, so important.
That's great.
Well, thank you to docs. You are on it. Thanks for the great information. Hope to see you soon.
Thank you guys
Docs.
so much.
Appreciate it.